There is a moment most dog owners never notice. Your dog notices it immediately. It does not happen during training or play. It happens in a small everyday interaction. Your dog is always building a picture of you. That picture comes from repeated behavior. They study your tone and your timing. They also study how you react under pressure. At first, that picture is simple and stable. You are predictable and easy to understand. Your dog does not need to think much. They trust what they expect from you. But dogs do not only bond with people, they constantly evaluate what they see. Every interaction either confirms you or slightly changes you. Even small moments matter. The shift does not begin with something big. It starts with something small that repeats. It may be a hesitation in your voice. It may be a reaction that feels different. You might call them with tension. You might correct them with poor timing. You might ignore them when they expected connection. These moments feel small to you. But to your dog, they stand out clearly. They break a pattern your dog trusted. Dogs rely on patterns more than words. Patterns tell them what is safe and stable. When a pattern breaks, they do not panic. They begin to observe more closely. This is where the moment begins. Your dog starts paying deeper attention to you. You may notice a longer stare. You may notice a slight pause before response. There is a delay where trust used to be instant. That delay is the signal. Your dog is not being stubborn. Your dog is recalibrating what you mean. Something no longer matches what they expected. That difference matters to them. Dogs do not need many repetitions to notice change. A few moments are enough. Consistency is the foundation of trust for them. Even small breaks affect that trust. When consistency weakens, your dog adjusts quietly. They rely less on assumption. They rely more on what they see in the moment. That is where hesitation begins. Your dog still listens and stays close, but something underneath has shifted. You may feel a slight distance in their attention. You may feel less ease in response. This is not a loss of love. It is a shift in certainty. Certainty tells your dog how to behave. Without it, they begin to reassess. Reassessment creates distance before anything else. That distance feels subtle but real. Most owners never notice this moment because nothing looks clearly wrong. Your dog is still there and still engaged, but the depth has already changed. And that is the moment your dog realizes something. You are not exactly who they thought. Your dog does not pull away after that moment. They begin to watch you more carefully. You may notice a pause before they respond. It is small, but it was not there before. They are not confused by you. They are trying to understand you again. Dogs do not question loudly. They question by observing small details. That is why the change feels so quiet. Nothing looks wrong, but something feels different. Your dog starts relying less on memory. They rely more on what they see right now. This creates hesitation where trust once filled the gap. It slows their response just enough to notice. You might think they are becoming distant. In reality, they are becoming more precise. They are checking if your signals still match your actions. This takes time and repetition, because once a pattern breaks, it does not fix instantly. It has to be rebuilt slowly. Dogs do not hold on to emotion the way humans do. They hold on to what they observe. And what they observe shapes how they respond next. Every moment adds to that picture. So each interaction now carries more weight than before. Even small changes become important. Not because your dog is judging you emotionally, but because they are updating their understanding. This is where many owners lose connection without realizing it. Nothing dramatic happens on the surface. Instead, small inconsistencies begin to stack over time. Each one slightly shifts how the dog sees you. And that shift changes how your dog responds moving forward. It changes timing and confidence. They begin to watch before they act. They begin to confirm before they trust. This is the moment most people never notice, because everything still looks normal. But the depth of connection has already changed, and once that changes, everything else follows. There is another moment that often follows this shift. It happens when your dog tests you without you noticing. It may look like hesitation in a familiar situation. It may look like a slower response to something simple. This is not random behavior. Your dog is checking if the pattern still holds. They are not challenging your authority. They are confirming your consistency. Because consistency is what makes you predictable, and predictability is what makes you safe to follow. If your response matches what they expect, trust begins to rebuild. If it does not, hesitation grows. This is why small moments matter more than big ones. Your dog is not watching the big picture. They are watching the details inside each interaction. That is where your identity is formed. You may not notice when your timing changes. Your dog notices immediately. May not feel when your tone shifts slightly. Your dog registers it instantly. These are not emotional reactions from your dog. They are observations that shape behavior. And behavior always follows what makes the most sense to them, not what you intend. That is why some dogs begin to act differently over time. Not worse, not better, just different. They are adapting to what they experience. And adaptation always follows observation. This is where many people become frustrated, because they feel the change but do not understand it. They think the dog is becoming stubborn or difficult, but the dog is becoming more aware. Awareness increases when certainty decreases, and certainty decreases when patterns change. So the cycle continues quietly in the background. Small changes create small adjustments, and those adjustments slowly reshape the relationship. Not suddenly, but steadily. Dogs that stay most connected are not the most trained. They are the ones who experience the most stability. They know what to expect in every moment, and because of that, they do not need to question. When a dog does not need to question, they respond freely. When they respond freely, connection feels effortless. But when they begin to question even slightly, everything slows down. And that is where most people feel the difference.